Hello and welcome everyone to LFI Educates. My name is Vipul Sangma and I am your mentor for the subject physics. Today we are going to discuss about the introductory chapter, that is our physical world. To know this physical world, first of all let us see what is science. Science, the word is derived from a Greek verb called scientia. Scientia, which means in English to know. And what to know, then you'll say that to know about our physical world, that we call it as science. Science has various disciplines like physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. So in this physics class, even though it is physics class, this is your introductory chapter. So physics deals with the study of nature, and the natural phenomena that is happening in and around them. We call it as physics. The next one is about chemistry. The word itself says it deals with chemicals, the new substances that can be formed from the existing atoms and molecules. Then your biology, the life science, it deals with plants and animals. And then mathematics, the queen of science, which beautifies the other three, that is physics, chemistry, biology. As we know, from time immemorial, human beings are curious to know about the things happening in and around them, like the brightness of the sky with the celestial bodies at night, the regular change of day and night, the season change, summer, winter, autumn, spring, then the occurrence of tides, then you have natural phenomena like redness of sky during sunrise and sunset, then you have the formation of rainbow in the sky, the formation of tides, the occurrence of tides. These are some of the phenomena that are happening in and around us. So we are interested to know in all these phenomena. That's why we need to study science. When we talk about science, they are all interconnected to each other. The subjects are divided like this: physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, but they are all interconnected with one another. Every subject is important, or every topic is important, that it's necessary that you need to know. It is necessary to know. Like as an example, if you go in a hospital, the doctor diagnoses you, or the doctor diagnoses the disease to a person with the help of scientific equipments that are made or that has come through physics. Then to cure the person, chemistry, the chemicals has to be given to the person to get cured. Those chemicals are made under the observation of biology through microscopes and all, and it gives life as well as to the person for survival. And to study this physics, the basics of physics, chemistry, we require this mathematics. That mathematics will make understand what is physics and what is chemistry. Not only that, even biology nowadays, microbiology, the under branch, more than botany, zoology, you have, they also require mathematics. But scientific theory involves a series of interrelated steps. Let me write down. First of all, the scientific method involves systematic observations. Systematic observations. Then you have second one, controlled experiments. Then the third one, qualitative and quantitative reasoning. Then the fourth step, it involves mathematical modeling. Predictions. As well as verification of fascinating theories. Now for this verification of theories, physically or experimentally, the theory must be correct under your observation. These are the series of steps that involves scientific method. Not only this, even falsetting a theory. Suppose somebody has given a theory and you found out that it is not correct. That also cannot be denied. That also will come under scientific method. The next thing that you have to know is about the scope and excitement of physics. Let us see the scope and excitement of physics. Now when we talk about scope, or when we discuss about scope, physics has got varieties of discipline. Altogether around 12, 13 will come out if you start from classical mechanics till astrophysics. But it is broadly classified into two parts. One is called the microscopic level and the other one it is classified as macroscopic level. When we say microscopic, means small, very small, then molecular form like quantum mechanics, nuclear physics, these are explained in a microscopic level. And when we talk about macro means big, macroscopic level, then we discuss about light, we discuss about heat and thermodynamics, we discuss about Newtonian mechanics, that we call this classical mechanics. All these subjects or all these disciplines in physics are described as macroscopic level. Now, excitement of physics, it depends upon person to person. One may be very good in observing, like Newton, when apple fell down from the apple tree on his head, then it led to the discovery of Newton's universal law of gravitation. He was very observative. Some may be very interested in experiments, some may be very good in mathematical modeling, some may be very good in prediction, some may be very good in verifying the theories. Now it will depend on which area the person is interested or which area will excite him the most. It will go from person to person. Then the next thing that we'll have to know here is about science, technology and society, or we can call it as physics, technology and society. They are also interrelated with each other. The interrelated can be said in many different examples we can give. One such example I will take from an industrial revolution that took place in the 18th century in England. The theories, the physicists, they were trying to improve the heat engine, led to the invention of steam engine. And as we know that steam engine has brought a big impact on human civilization. The next thing we'll discuss is about the four fundamental forces in nature. It is believed that our whole universe is governed by the four fundamental forces. These are the first one, the gravitational force. We'll discuss one by one. The second one, the electromagnetic force. The third one, the strong nuclear force. And the fourth one, the weak nuclear force. The first one, the gravitational force. It is the force which arises by virtue of their masses. Any two bodies in this universe, they attract each other with some force, and with that force the whole universe is holding up. The galaxies, the stars, the planets, the satellites that are revolving around the earth, they are all held up in their own position because of this gravitational force. The next one, the second one, that is the electromagnetic force. This force arises due to the attraction and repulsion between the two charged bodies. When like charges are brought near to each other, they repel, and unlike charges, when you bring each other, then they attract. That force of attraction or repulsion between charged bodies, it comes under this electromagnetic force. Then electromagnetic force is much more stronger than our gravitational force. Now when we talk about strong nuclear force, when we discuss about this, the third point, it is the force with which the protons and the neutrons are bound together inside a nucleus. The force with which they pull each other and they are binded together with each other, and whenever any nuclear reaction takes place, nucleus of an atom, then the force with which they react, we call it as strong nuclear force. Comparing with gravitational and electromagnetic force, again their magnitude is much more larger. Now the weak nuclear force, it does not mean that this is the weakest of all the four forces. It is called weak nuclear force just to distinguish the strong and the weak, because both are nuclear forces. This weak nuclear force, generally it arises due to the beta decay. During beta decay or beta disintegration, an electron is produced and a chargeless and massless particle called neutrino is produced. An elementary particle neutrino is produced. This one we may face a little bit problem now to understand, but later on slowly it will become clear. And the force that is produced during beta decay, we call it as weak nuclear force. So out of all the four forces, the strongest is the strong nuclear force. Next to that it comes electromagnetic force. Then third it comes the weak nuclear force, and lastly it comes this gravitational force. So if you arrange them in ascending or descending order, gravitational force is the weakest of all, then weak nuclear force, then you have electromagnetic force, and at last strong nuclear force. It will come like this in ascending order. And lastly, let us discuss about the nature of physical laws. Physics, as you know, is a study of nature and natural phenomena. So the laws that are made in physics are based on certain laws, we call it as conservation laws. These are based on facts. The first one, we call it as conservation of energy. The second one, that is conservation of mass. The third conservation law is your conservation of charge. And the fourth one, we call it as conservation of momentum. Based on these four laws, all other physical laws are made. These are hypotheses. This cannot be proved. It can be either verified or can be disproved with experiments. So all the laws that you get in physics are based on these four conservation laws that you can see about energy, mass, charge and momentum. Thank you and have a very nice day. Stay tuned with LFI Educates.